Hey everybody, Larry from Just Reddit coming at you with another Ask Reddit video. What is a completely random fact? Squid brains are donut-shaped, and their esophagus runs through it. If a squid eats something too big it can get brain damage. When little Squiddy made a meal of all his favored fish, he said, "Oh how I love to feel my beak upon a dish. I love to taste a sample sweet. I love to feed and dine. I love to savor feasts replete with flavors all divine. To gulp," said he, "to sip, to swig, to munch, to crunch," he cried, but Squiddy's meal was rather big, and Squiddy fucking died. Ants have a terminal velocity of 1.778 meters per second. This means they can fall from any height and not harm themselves. 10 to 20% of US power outages are caused by squirrels. The Ice Age was also started by a squirrel. Goddamn scrat. When roosters make their sound, their ears close up so that they won't become deaf. They don't have to listen to their own bullshit. Those sadistic jerks. Gary Newman is 13 days older than Gary Oldman. At one point in time, all the details of the Manhattan Project were in 3 safes, each locked with the code 27, 18, 28. Mathematicians would of course recognize these numbers as the Euler number, 2.71828, a number that has wide importance in calculus. Physicist Richard Feynman was able to crack into these safes after snooping around the secretary's desk and finding the number pi, 3.14159. After thinking, why would a secretary need to know the value of pi? He deduced it was probably a code, so he tried it on the safes. After they didn't work, he tried other numbers that mathematicians and physicists would use, and sure enough, he worked. After he got into the safes, he thought to pull a prank on the director by leaving little notes in the safe to scare the director into thinking that a spy had gotten in. Muppets singing Bohemian Rhapsody is the first ever video on YouTube with 1080p quality. If you open your eyes in a pitch black room, the color you'll see is called Eigengrau. Edit. Eigengrau is a German term, which literally means own gray or intrinsic gray. The tallest building in the state of Wyoming is a college dorm. Why build up when you can just build out? God, I miss living in Wyoming. There was practically no one around. It was great. More fun facts. There are 2 sets of escalators in Wyoming. More cows than people. And the population density is 6 people per square mile. Penguins have an organ above their eye that converts salt water into fresh water. Ladies and gentlemen, we have solved the fresh water crisis. Found out how to make water not vegan. The unicorn is the national animal of Scotland. The thigh bone of human is stronger than concrete, but only in one direction, IIRC. So is it like any other bone if you're not a member of a famous boy band? Crows hold grudges. Once they identified the suspect in question, they would threaten them by diving down and swarming the person that they had felt threatened by years before. Cannibalism isn't illegal. What is illegal is how someone obtains the body. People can put in their will that they would like to be eaten alive or consumed after death, with the legal name of the person eating them, and by law the government cannot stop you. When a Viking received a gut wound, they would be fed strong onion soup. After some time, someone would smell the wounds elsewhere on their body. If they smelled like onions, there was damage to the intestines and no chance of saving them. If you are 25 years old, apps 1/3 of the world's population who were alive when you were born, have since died. 50% of the world's pigs live in China. I knew their government was awful, but really? The oldest your mom joke was discovered on a 3,500-year-old Babylonian tablet. Thoust birth giver hast sucketh on mine cock and balls. Obligatory thanks for the upvotes, but seriously my karma has doubled because of this comment. Reddit is weird. There are no cats in the Bible. Each pineapple takes 1.5 to 3 years to grow.